So I'm new to aquariums and I wanted to have a really quiet aquarium because this is my desk where I sit and this is my aquarium. And this is a Reefer 450. It's about a 90-gallon display with about a 30-gallon sump. And I wanted to get as much quiet as I could to enjoy the aquarium. So I've been trying different pumps to see which one works the best. So I started with this one. This is a Rio 3100. I'm not going to demonstrate it because of the three, it's definitely the worst. I think having a control is really useful. This one doesn't. It's either on or off. And it's just loud. So that was the one that I decided to get away from right away. So this is the DC6000. And I'll hold the camera still up near the pump, the same distance that I'll hold for the Vectra, and you can hear the sound. So that's pretty quiet. It's not silent. Pumps that say they're silent, I don't see how they get away with it because there are no pumps that are silent. It's a marketing term. It's really just a question of decibel. The owner of Ecotech explains a little bit about that whining sound you hear, and they claim that their pump doesn't make that because of the way that it pulses water. And there's a YouTube video where they interview the guy, and we'll see. You can see the one difference I'm going to use is these PVC pipes in order to run the pump over to the overflow. A big difference with the Reefer, one of the great things about the Red Sea Reefer, is that dial to the right. I can adjust that and control the gallons per minute, set it to the exact gallons per minute my pump is pumping. And if I set it right, there's almost no, well, there is no sound in the overflow. So that's really useful, and because I've got this Waveline set at the second highest speed, you can see I'll go up 1, up 2, that's the top, back to that speed. When I put in this Vectra, I'll set it to the exact same gallons per minute, and I'll know I'm there because the tank will be as quiet as it is right now. So let's see how the Vectra compares to the Waveline. Okay, now I've switched the pump out. I now am running the M1, and if you look at my PVC work closely, you'll probably see that I could have done it a little bit better. I'm in the cut twice, measure once category, but it's working, it's dry, and I think it's going to hold the pump pretty stable. So I'll show you what I did. That's the M1 Vectra Ecotech. I used 45s to get it up near the input to the overflow, and I had to switch over to a piece of plastic just to cover the conversion. This is the DC6000 sitting out of the tank. I'll make a couple other comments about some things that I like about the Vectra right away. One is that it has silicone tabs on the bottom. The DC doesn't, but that's easy to fix with a silicone pad. The Vectra allows you to use PVC glue to create fittings to bring the pipes directly into the pump without any chance of slippage. The Vectra, you use plastic tubing, and I don't think it's nearly as reliable. It's not bad, but I don't think it's as solid, so there's definitely a value there. And here's another thing. So the pump is all set to the same gallons per minute because of the way this Red Reef system works. And you can see by the control panel that it's only at about 50%. So if you want to measure the gallons per hour just head to head with the two pumps, the M1 is I would say somewhere around 30 to 50% more powerful. Well, let me put it another way. The DC6000 was at the third to the highest setting, and this is about in the middle. So whatever that percent works out to. So the other thing I need to do, just to make the final evaluation, is I need to turn off my sump, my skimmer, and then let you listen to the sound, which I have not done yet, so I'm looking forward to this too. So I'll hold the phone up about the same distance as I did before, and you can compare the two sounds. I think it's noticeably quieter, maybe 30% of the original sound, but I don't have a decibel meter. Okay, so post-installation, sitting here at my chair, at my desk, what do I hear? Yesterday, I heard the pump. That was the strongest sound. Even in the room next door where we hang out at night, I could hear the pump through the wall. Not loud, but you could just sort of hear it humming. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment. So the sounds I hear are, the loudest sound is my skimmer, the air being sucked into it. The second loudest sound is my PC sitting next to me, the fan. I don't hear the pump at all. If I turn the skimmer off, I would say the trickling of the water on the top of the tank I can hear. With the skimmer, even that's loud enough. But if I turn the skimmer off, the trickling's the next loudest, and I can barely hear the pump. But with this setup now, I don't even know the pump is running. If I were to turn the pump off, it wouldn't make any change to the sound of the ambient noise in the room. So I'm very satisfied with the Vectra. I also have an Apex system, and I'm getting the WXM module, so I'm going to gain some added features there, although I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to plug the Vectra into the M8, the plug array, just because with the Red Sea setup, there's really not much advantage to controlling pump speed. It's pretty much on all the time at a constant flow rate in order for the silent overflow system to work.